What's up guys, welcome to the channel, and in this video we're going to be covering BB-9E in Star Wars Battlefront 2. We're going to be talking about his abilities, his best star cards, and the best way to play with him. Before we get into the video, in the comment section below, let me know which of the two new droids are your favorite. Is it BB-8 or BB-9E? In the comment section below, let me know. So the first thing I'm going to be doing is covering his abilities. His first ability is his L1, and that is Smokescreen. This is where BB-9E deploys a dense smokescreen obstructing enemy vision while revealing their positions at the same time. Honestly, the smokescreen isn't that great. All I use this for is seeing where enemies are. This is really good in co-op in the maps like Ajon Kloss or Takadano, where you're kind of more in a grassy field and you can't really see people around rocks or anything. You pull this up and you can see where, the first 9 troopers are. So the second ability is his R1, and this is Charge Up, and this is that BB-8 emits a pulse that prevents the shock prod and any friendly blasters in the vicinity from overheating. In addition, close by allies will have their abilities recharged at the same time. BB-9E does not thrive offensively like BB-8 does. However, this is more of a defensive card, more of a buffing card where you're helping your teammates out and playing the objective, and this also helps out a little bit offensively as well. So the first thing that this R1 does is makes it so the shock prod doesn't overheat, which is amazing because you can go up to any player and usually only hit him in about 3 or 4 electrocution bullets with the R1, and it'll kill him. This is really good because his base shock prod is not very good at all. It's terrible compared to BB-8's, which kind of blows with this card, but getting this maxed up and using this ability really helps you if you're trying to take 1 or 2 enemies out really quickly. Now his last ability is arguably his best and his worst, which is Shock Spin. On activation, BB-9E pushes and damages close by enemies with an electric pulse. Enemies further away will have their blasters overheated and grenades disrupted. BB-9E will damage close by enemies for the remainder of the active time. Now I really like this one. It really does. It doesn't compare to BB-8's spin cables, but this does a really cool job. Now the problem with this is that it doesn't do very much damage to anybody inside the circle besides the first person you hit. Even with the max star card, I found that when I go up and pull up on a team of enemies, it simply just doesn't do enough damage to kill people like BB-8's cables do. BB-8 isn't a tank offensively, but this card is just not that much of an offensive card. It's more of a defensive card, which is cool, but at the same time, compared to BB-8, he's not your highlight, get 100 kill streak kind of robot by any means. Now, he does have 3 passive abilities, which do make this card really, really good if you're trying to play the point in co-op or capture the objective, which is now Supremacy or Galactic Assault. So his first passive ability is Health on Elimination. This is that BB-9E regens health for each defeated enemy. This is really good because he's not a very good offensive card, so if you're tanking bullets from a person trying to kill him with your shock prod, all you have to do is kind of back up after you get a kill, and he regens health very quickly. I'd say probably faster than anything else in the game. His second passive ability is Technical Support, and this is that BB-9E counts as 2 units when capturing a point and activates objectives faster. Tip for leveling him up, guys: what you want to do with this ability is sit on a flag in co-op if you're trying to level him up. Literally, you get a huge chunk of XP for just capturing 1 flag, and this counts as 2 men. So if you're sitting on a flag and any objective and it levels you up faster, definitely want to play with this. It's how you get him to max star cards so quickly in the game. Now his last passive ability is Back to Support, and that is that BB-9E passively regenerates the health of close by allies. Really good for situations where you're more on a point than you are anywhere else, and you're trying to buff your teammates' health while you capture something. Nothing crazy, but again, it makes this card very, very good if you're playing as more of a defense. You're not really playing offense, you're playing a defensive hand in this game mode. So now let's get into the star cards that I run with him. In past guides, I've given the top 5, but in this case, I'm going to just give you 2 different sets of star cards that I run just based on different ways. If you want to use BB-9E as more of an offensive weapon, I suggest using Linked Systems, Full Reconstruction, and Faster. The first one that I recommend is Linked Systems. Now, every 4 successful enemy stuns, the shock prod's damage is increased by 1 to a maximum. This effect is obviously reset when BB-9E is defeated, but this really makes him more of an offensive threat. I'd say it boosts his shock prod to a little bit better than BB-8's, and it really makes him more of an offensive threat if you're trying to get kills with him. Otherwise, it's going to be frustrating as hell trying to sit there and get kills with this robot. He's really just not that good. The second star card I run is Full Reconstruction, and that is BB-9E has increased maximum health regen. Again, he's not very great offensively outside of his shock. So regaining health and keeping health is at a maximum here. I run it, have it maxed out all the way. I just prefer it because it keeps your kill streaks going a little bit longer. It helps you stay alive for a little bit longer. It's a no-brainer in my opinion. And the third one I run is faster, and this is if shock spin hits multiple targets, its damage will be doubled for the remaining active time. Doesn't seem to do that much damage offensively, but it does do more damage. It's better than the base star card, or it's better than his base attack, which is something that needs to be improved if you want to have any sort of offensive kill streak with this character. Other than that, guys, I'm gonna get into the 3 defensive ones I run now. The first star card I run is Potent Bacta, and this is the radius of Bacta support is increased, but its recharge time is longer. This is really good if you're sitting on a point and you're buffing your enemies, or you're trying to get some kills with your shock prod. I suggest running this at all times if you're trying to run more of a defensive strategy where you're buffing your teammates and trying to gain battle points or level this character up. I would run this card. The second one I run is yet again full reconstruction, and that's that he regains maximum health regeneration. Run this just in general, like I said earlier, just definitely run it just because it's a good card. This keeps you alive longer, keeps your kill streaks going, and especially when you're on a point trying to buff your teammates, you're gonna need this card. And the third star card I run for the defensive lineup is Supercharge. Now this is the radius of charge up is increased. This helps you not only use your shock prod better, but it increases the range that you're buffing your teammates to have unlimited cooldown. Again, really good for using it on the point, not so great for using it offensively. Well, even offensively, yeah, I guess you're shooting them, or you're shooting with your shock prod at a farther distance. So all around, run this card. So overall, I would think that BB-9E is more of a defensive player, although if you do have the right star cards, he can be just as good as BB-8 offensively. Now, if you're just leveling him up, trying to be good with him at the start, obviously he's going to be nowhere near, you're not going to think that he's good as BB-8, but trust me, once you get the star cards on him, he's a pretty solid character. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like I said at the beginning, if you did enjoy, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Thank you guys for all the support that you've given me on other videos that I've recently made. We're starting to gain some subs, getting a lot of views, and yeah, we're having a good time. Hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.